A blood-curdling scream tore from my throat. Startled, the two figures spun toward me. The gift box holding the dress slipped from my numb fingers, thudding dully against the floor. "You two," I stammered, my voice splintering. "You're supposed to be step-siblings. This is twisted." Carter Hamilton began to sob. She turned away, shoulders shaking as she clutched her elbows, as if trying to hold her own skin together. "Anya, I'm so sorry," she wept. "I didn't mean for this to happen. I tried to stay away for 2 years. Even after I moved back, I kept my distance. I tried to focus on my career, but I just can't help how I feel. I'm so sorry." "Don't call me that," I shrieked. "Don't you dare act like we're on speaking terms." Cooper Hamilton remained eerily calm. He didn't flinch. He simply stood there, jaw tight, hands shoved deep into his pockets. His posture radiated a cold, impenetrable control. "Anya, you were going to find out sooner or later," he said. "It's better this way." Then he laid the truth bare. They weren't blood-related. Her mother had married his father when she was 18 and he was 20. The moment he laid eyes on her, he was hooked. He had doted on her with an obsession that bordered on madness, and she, in turn, had fallen for him. But the scrutiny of their social circle had made a life together impossible. Carter had fled abroad in agony, cutting off all contact. In the depths of his isolation, Cooper had run into me, his old high school classmate. I shared a passing resemblance to her. He couldn't have the original, so he set his sights on the copy. He pursued me with a ferocity that felt like love, but it was nothing more than a hollow chase. He didn't want me. He wanted a ghost. Everything about the last 2 years finally clicked. He hadn't touched me once. Even when I tried to entice him, shedding my inhibitions and baring my heart, he stared at me with the cold, detached indifference of a stranger. From start to finish, I wasn't his partner. I was a prop, a fill-in. His unattainable golden girl had always been Carter. They had reconnected long before she returned from abroad. He'd been spending his lunch breaks on secret video calls with her. Because Carter was family, the assistant I'd hired to track his schedule never suspected a thing. It all made sense now. The first time I saw him at JFK, the way he clutched her, the way he cupped her face, it hadn't been familial concern. It was raw, suffocating intimacy. The reunion, the way he declared his devotion to his sister, the way he carried her to the car, the way he'd kissed her in the theatre. I finally understood. I saw it all with horrifying clarity. The man wasn't cold, he wasn't indifferent to women. He was only indifferent to me. Because his heart belonged to someone else, he had treated me like a ghost haunting his own life. I don't even remember how I left that place. By the time my head cleared, I was slumped in a booth at a bar, the air thick with the smell of cheap tequila and regret. "Give me the strongest thing you've got," I shouted, my voice raw. "I want to black out. Damn it, 2 years. 2 years of my youth, my blood and my soul thrown away for absolutely nothing. That bastard. The bartender didn't even blink. He'd seen women like me 1,000 times. He simply started lining up the most expensive bottles on the menu. I grabbed 2 glasses and downed them. The burn was immediate, sending me into a hacking fit that brought hot tears to my eyes. Just as I reached for the third, a hand clamped down hard on my wrist. "Are you trying to get yourself killed?" I was too wasted to focus. Through the haze, a face came into view, handsome, sharp, unmistakably Ezra Burns. "Why don't you just take me then?" I slurred, throwing my arms around his neck. Everything after that was a complete goddamn void. When I finally woke up, I was cocooned in a plush-down duvet. I looked down at myself, and my stomach dropped. Oh, no. Oh, absolutely not. The worst part? There was a man lying right next to me. He was facing away, his hair tickling my shoulder. Holy hell. Did I actually hook up with some random stranger? I'd been careful for 24 years, and this is how it ends? What if he has some kind of history? I was spiraling into a panic when, without warning, the man rolled over and pulled me tight against his chest. Satisfied with last night? His thick brows arched, eyes dancing with amusement. "Ezra, you?" I gasped. He leaned in, his voice a low rasp against my ear. "You were dead drunk. Kept screaming that Cooper Hamilton wasn't man enough for you. Tell me, did I manage to change your mind?" My face burned, turning a shade of scarlet I didn't know I was capable of. "You took advantage of me?" "Hardly. You were the one who insisted I take you home," he laughed. "You're a home wrecker." "Hardly. You told me you'd already broken up with Cooper." He looked so smug it made my head throb. The proximity, the lack of clothing, it made it impossible to think. I reached out and shoved his shoulder, my knuckles white. "You jerk! God, there's no winning with you. If I'm not interested, I'm cold. If I show a little initiative, I'm a creep. Well, since I'm already being called a jerk, I might as well live up to the title. After all, what's a little scandal worth for a night like last night?"